And now I'll discuss the flow of the event, how the event will go. So first of all, we'll navigate GitHub, what GitHub is, how to access GitHub, how to navigate different sections in GitHub, then how to create a unique repository, how to create your unique repository, then writing in Markdown, and then creating your first Jekyll website, hosting with GitHub pages that were mentioned in the poster, and also make your first pull request. So that will be an activity. So make sure you do the activity and fill the form. If you don't do the activity, if you fill the form but fill the acceptance form, attendance form, and don't do the activity, then you will not get the certificate. So it so do the activity. The After your activity, the thing you have done in the activity, it will be shown live in a website, and we will share the link. Okay, then there will be a dedicated question and answer session. So okay, we'll start. So GitHub. So you have heard the term GitHub. So before going into deep dive, let's go to an history and see what GitHub is. So GitHub is an American MNC. So MNC, it provides hosting. So like your computer has a folder, like say internet has a folder. In this folder you can store something. Take GitHub as that. So it provides hosting for what? Software development, website development, anything. And it uses the system called version control system and source code management. So source code management, it is what? And it is done by version control. So version control using Git. So Git are some tools. Git, GitLab, Gitbucket, these are some tools that are basically a subset of GitHub. It does something that will be pushed to GitHub and that will be connected to GitHub. And currently from 2018, it is a subsidiary of Microsoft. So now here's history. So in 2008, GitHub was developed in February. And also remember, GitHub was not built on C++. This is a very common doubt. GitHub was built particularly on Ruby on Rails, and the later development was done in different languages. In 2009, it was announced that the site has over 1 million users in just 1 year and has 5 million repositories. Okay, and in 2012, long 9 year back when the cost of valuation was not that much of the software development industry, at that time it raised $100 in a funding, and also they were worth $750 million. Now GitHub is worth $1 billion of dollars. So quickly see a timeline, what GitHub has achieved and why we will be talking about GitHub and why everyone talks about GitHub so much. So first of all, it cracked the Forbes list. It was the almost first company, I guess, that cracked the Forbes list within 10 years. It was established in 2008, and within 8 years, it cracked the Forbes list. And then 2018, seeing the growth of the growth of GitHub and the source code management system, Microsoft acquired GitHub for a huge $7.5 billion in stock. So it focused Microsoft open source development. So see, when Microsoft turned their way to open source, they directly brought GitHub. So how powerful GitHub is that a company like Microsoft acquired GitHub for such a huge money. And also in 2020, I think all of you know that GitHub Arctic Pro Vault contributor. This is a tag will be given to you if you shared some valuable repos in your GitHub account in 2020. Then this is for that is the archive program. And highlight is Atom. Atom is an open source code and text editor. It is developed and maintained by GitHub. Electron is a framework. It is developed by GitHub, and also GitHub is itself open source giant. Now look at the services what GitHub provides. So first of all, version control system that I already told. It provides a distributed version control system. Many of us can contribute and collaborate on GitHub and control the versions. First version, second version, the initial version, the final version. We can control what changes were made, what changes were done through different times. We can control the version control system. And also source code management. I guess all of you know what GitHub does. GitHub stores our code and helps us to collaborate. So it tracks the modification, it tracks the differences in a source code repository and gives a running history of changes, what changes were made through a time to a code base to resolve conflict, to give pull request. What is a pull request? You will get to know while doing the activity. And also GitHub has an education program. You can apply to the GitHub student developer pack. It contains a huge amount of beautiful tools and they provide it for free. and also GitHub Campus Expert. GitHub and Campus Expert is not another Campus Ambassador program. It provides GitHub total prospect to your campus and provides many of the professional tools that they don't provide naturally through the GitHub Campus Expert program. So do apply for them. And also GitHub uses marketplace service of software as a service. Then it has GitHub Pages. So that will be our main focus today, a static web hosting service offered to users for hosting user blogs, project documentation, or even books scripted as a page. And to be very honest, to clear it, you can host your website through GitHub Pages to be one-liner. And GitHub Enterprise is a self-managed version. So GitHub itself managed it and it provides different cloud service. So that is GitHub Enterprise. And now Manish will take over from that. Manish, I guess I will stop my screen share and you will start.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Okay. Yes.
Just a second. Let me know once my screen visible.
Yeah. Yes, so I guess your screen is visible.
Is my screen visible?
Yes. Visible to me, and if
yes,
guys, if you, yes, thank you. You can write in chat anytime you want.
Okay, great. So basically, I assuming like you know Git and GitHub, and if you don't know, I will definitely show you during the webinar like how to use Git, and GitHub is already explained by Sagni. So why we should use GitHub Pages? Like there are other options too for making a website. Okay. So basically, if you are building a project and for its documentation, you have to, or to showcase your projects, you have to use a generally you have to use a website and make a website too. So for making a website, there are lots of hassle is going on. Like you have to take care of your server, you have to you have to take care of CDN. Like when you are building a great things, you are building websites to showcase your projects, and there are lots of options out there, but so many of them are excessively overwhelming even for someone who develops software. Like so you have to write in HTML code, and then you have to think like how it should work. That is what it's showing in this slide. Like you have to think, and then you have to work on it. There are lots of things that are going on. There are lots of configuration of server, and there should be a database, and there should be a hosting. So and lots of things should is going on for to make a website. So to make the process smooth, GitHub Pages comes in the picture. Okay, so what is GitHub Pages? GitHub Pages lets you turn GitHub repository into your websites. Okay, your repository would be a website that showcase your portfolio, your projects, their documentation, or anything else you want to share with the world. Okay, so basically you can share anything you want to share with the world. There is no database to set up or server to configure, and in many cases you don't even need to know HTML. Okay, so today we will not use HTML, not a single line of HTML. We will work on Markdown. Okay, so everything just works if you are already using GitHub. It's a most direct part to create a website for you and your project. Okay, so let's see how it will work. So to create a website, there's two options. Like you can, like once you create a repository on GitHub, you can directly host it on you have to create this unique repository. I will show you how it works. And once you create it, it will directly create a website. And once you create, you can upload your HTML code. If you know HTML, CSS, then it will also work. If you don't know HTML, don't worry. You can use Markdown language, which is super easy. You can understand this in this 1 hour, how it works and how you can code. It's not a coding language, it's a plain text, I can say. If you know to text on WhatsApp, you can do it here also. Okay, so basically then why we are using Jekyll? So Jekyll basically help us to manage the flow of documents. Okay, so basically how it works, to create a website, there are two options: a static website, and another option is to like build a structured documentation. Okay, for it, Jekyll gives you a streamlined publishing experience. It's an open source tool which transforms plain text into websites. Okay, so now this is the Jekyll, and here are few codes. Basically, Jekyll is also built on Ruby and Rails as like Git and as like GitHub. So we'll see. I am not extending much here. So one more thing, yeah, Markdown. Markdown language. Markdown is a way to style text on the web. You can control display of the document, forming words as bold, italic, and adding images and creating lists are just a few of the things we can do with Markdown. Mostly Markdown is just a regular text with a few non-alphabetic characters thrown like hash or asterisk. Okay, so there here I also put my cheat sheet for Markdown. I will show you. So let me share my screen, the whole screen. Just a second, guys. Okay, sorry, just. Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, great. So basically, this is my GitHub account, and in my account, I already. So basically, what happened? This unique repository is given only once for a account. Okay, per account, only one access will be given. So the repository is this one. Okay, so the unique repository, how it works, like you have to make a repository with the username .github.io. Let me show you. We build an organization, so it will definitely not similar with my screen because you are working on your like personal ID. This is my personal ID. If you are working on this, you just need to go here and you need to go to repositories, and there you find a new button. If you are already logged into your GitHub account, I hope you all have already made your GitHub account. Okay, so here you just need to click on new. After this, process will be similar. Okay, you can see the interface are now similar. Okay, so here you will able to see your username. Like I am able to see this is my username. I am Manish Bernal. So you can see your username. So I can wait for you if you are like doing hands-on live. Okay, so let me know if you are doing. So I should wait or not. I think there is something on chat. Okay, no. So if you are doing with me, you can, if I can wait for you. Okay, if there's any Sagnik, let me know. Okay, so keep it public or private, it's up to you. If you want to show the code to world, so there's no problem, you can keep it public. For now I am doing it public. And for repository name, you have to write your whole username. For example, my username here is mlsa hyphen snu. Okay, so you can see it's showing a special repository, but this is not what we are using. This is another special repository, but we will talk about in some other webinar. github.io. Okay, simple, you need to do this. Okay, like you just need, okay, sorry, there's comma. Okay, simply you need to do this, your username .github.io. That's it. This is enough for GitHub, and you can initiate README if you want. I am initiating a README, and then simply click on create repository. I hope you all have already did this. mlsc.snu.github.io. Okay, so yeah, so now you have to go to settings. See, here you will able to see your site is published to at this URL. You are already given a URL by GitHub Pages. You can see a GitHub Pages section in your settings of the repository. If you are stuck anywhere, let me know. Else we will proceed. So once you click on this URL, you can see a website which is hosted. Okay, it seems cool. I think there's a message. Just let me check.
No, that's from
Okay.
me. If any message is there, I will let you know.
Okay. So this is what is showing, like it's nothing right now, but here you can see the URL. Like you just made a website and it's quite simple. You don't need to buy a domain and nothing like a hosting or server. It's just give you a URL. Okay, just a single username, did the work, and enforce HTTPS. Nothing to do. If suppose if you are using custom domain, you can either configure from here, but we are not using right now. So yeah, here we are. So now what we do, just is there anything? Okay, guys, try to.
Manish,
Okay,
if any message is there, I will let you know.
Okay.
The flow. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so here we are. Now we will see how it works. Like when we update a markdown file, like right now there's only one file. This is readme.md. Suppose if you update this readme file, there is no HTML code required. If you are updating this file, it will directly reflected on your website. Okay. So for example, we are typing mlsha GitHub Pages workshop. Okay, so like what are the commands? So first we need to understand what are the commands we have to use, like what are the syntax of markdown. Okay, so I have already attached this cheat sheet. So here you can see, sorry, it's a git cheat sheet. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, this is this one. So here it is a like markdown cheat sheet. You can follow it on your when I share this slide with you. So first let me show you. Like suppose if you are writing a header one in HTML, you have to give a h1 tag, but in the case of markdown, you have to just need to use a hash, single hash. Okay, suppose if you want to use here h2, it means heading 2, you have to sorry, you have to use double hash and simple, right? Welcome. Okay. Sorry, yeah, welcome. And if you are using third h3, then you can directly write heading 3, sorry, heading 3. And for fourth one, you can simply again do the same. You just, it will go till sixth, h6, means you can directly put 6 hash. Okay, yeah, this is the last one, heading 6. All right, so you can preview the changes here, how it looks. So this one is h1, this one is h2, this one is h3, and last one is h6. Okay, so suppose if I commit changes, I am not writing any message right now. So if I commit changes, it will simply show me like it's not built yet. Once it build, it show check a tick mark. Okay, just a second. Yeah, you can see it's building. Some checks have not completed yet. We should wait, like it's completed in few seconds only. I think it's taking time. Just a second, guys. Okay, page build done. Let me check. Yeah, you can see the website is directly showing the details. Okay, you can see the website is directly showing the details. It's like pushed all the markdown files. Okay, all right. So you just understand like how we can use headings. So here are all other syntax also. For example, if you want to upload an image, okay. So suppose if you want to add an image of a GitHub, so you can refer this. Here you can see GitHub logo. Okay. So if you have like, if you have an URL, then if you can upload images an images folder in your images directory in your repository, and then in the on the directory you can upload the PNG file. But if suppose if you don't have the directory, you have a URL, you can also do it. You just need to just need to put a exclamation mark and a square bracket, and in this you can write, for example, if I am using a GitHub logo, and simply you just need to go to Google and you can copy the URL if anyone having GitHub logo. Okay. Choose any image. You can copy its link address. Yeah. Oh, I think it didn't work. Just a second. Open image in new tab. Yeah, it will work. Okay. So for if you want to preview your changes, you can see there's a logo of GitHub. Okay. So you can do the changes and so if you want to like change the size, you can do. Okay. So but for now I'm not doing anything. I am just showing another like syntax, like how can you use hyperlink. So suppose if I'm using Manish, no, sorry, I'm using GitHub only. GitHub. Okay. For example, if we write only GitHub, okay, then it won't show anything. Okay. There's nothing like any hypertext or hyperlink. Okay, but you have to put it in on square bracket.
Manish,
Huh?
can you increase the font size a bit?
Okay, okay, yeah, sure. Is it fine?
A little bit.
Okay. Is it?
Okay. Okay. Continue, please.
Yeah. So if you want to use the logo, sorry, hyperlink, github.com, you just need to copy this. And these are few simple syntax. It's very easy. You don't need to like need to be pro. You can always refer to the cheat sheet. Okay. So now you can see it's a hypertext now. Even I can come if I commit, it's reflected on our website. Okay. So same process will continue. First it will build. It's not yet built. Okay, we'll wait for a few seconds. If you have any questions still here, you can ask me. All right. It take a few seconds. So even not we are not yet touched Jekyll. Will show how it works. It's just a markdown file, and we are hosting markdown file on the GitHub pages. So the hosting service which they provide is known as GitHub pages only. Okay. So if you want getting this complex, yeah, you can see site has been updated. Here we have a hyperlink and the headers and the logo which we have uploaded on the README. All right. So so now I hope you understand this, and there are another other syntax also. So you can see, for example, if you want to bold a text, you just need to use a double asterisk And if you want to italic, make your text italic, you need to use underscore, okay, or a single asterisk. As you have also seen on your WhatsApp, like you have, if you want to bold your text, you have to use a asterisk, and if you want to your text should be in italic, you need to use asterisk. But here for bold you have to use two asterisk, and for italic you can use either a single asterisk or a underscore. Okay, so there are quotes, you can go through it. If you want a quote to, if you want to quote a message, you can do this. You just need to use a greater than symbol. That's it. Yeah, and here are few other tasks list and list. Yeah, I will also share the list part. Just a second. So for list, yeah. If you
Share
want to
share the code once in the chat, please.
code is, yeah, I am just sharing the GitHub repository link.
Yes, and also share the markdown code that you are writing. Then it will be good.
Okay, I can share.
Yes.
I think it's already
So,
uploaded on
so guys,
GitHub.
anyone who's have any problem writing the markdown, you can just simply copy paste it and check whether your website is working or
Like
not.
if you ever write a blog on Dev2 or
Yes.
Hasnode, you have to use Markdown only. Okay, there's no other option.
Yes.
They are supporting Markdown, so Markdown is quite easy. Like it's, you can see it's quite simple. It's not like a HTML file. HTML is quite tricky, but it's too easy. But it's tricky. Okay, if you forget a slash or anything, but here it's too simply, like you don't need to use anything like tags, closing tag or opening tag. You can just start it with a single hash asterisk, or yeah. So list, for list you just need to use a simple hyphen, or you can use asterisk, or you can use 1 2 3, whatever you feel comfortable. For example, if I count a participant, Manish Sagni, and few other, if I got the name, okay, Nikita and Yudrisha. Sorry, you can see now the changes will be reflected here. You can see the text. I'm just used a hyphen and it changes to a list. All right. So it's quite simple, right? So you just need to use a hyphen, or you can also use asterisk for the same. You can always check the changes here. You can see same thing already changed. And another type of like list is 1 2 3, simple numeric list. Sorry, what happened? Okay. So if you simply type 1 2, it also works. You can see. Okay. So you can see it's quite easy. I am also committing. If I commit, same changes will happen on the site. So till here you understand like how to host a file to github.io. Okay, how to use, you can use the github.io. So you understand till here. So now let me tell you, suppose if you already have a project, okay, suppose if you have a Python project. So now what you will do, like if I have a repository and you think, for example, let me create a file. I am here creating a file. Hello.py. So suppose this is a application, okay. It's just a print code, but suppose it's a application, and you don't want to push your push this file, like push this readme on your website, okay. You can see the website is what is website right now. This website is only a copy of your readme, okay. But you don't want your website to be a copy of your readme. You readme is another, readme should use another thing, should work for another thing, and your website should use another code, okay. If you want this, so for that you can always create a branch here, or you can even create a directory. And then suppose if you created a directory, let me show you. Okay, I can't create a directory directly from web, I think. No, I can't create. Okay, and I will show you this on the same on my PC. Just wait, just let me show this thing. Okay, so here you can see the branch. There is a main only, there is main branch only. But suppose if you have another branch or another directory you want to use as website, you just need to click on that and just need to click save. And then the website, if there is no error, it will successfully build and reflect on the website, okay. It will change your it will change this. It will no more read your readme file, okay. It will read the file which is available on the branch or the directory. All right, so now let me start let me set up this on my PC. So for that, simply we need to use git clone. If you are already familiar, see, let me refresh this also. 1 second. Okay, you can see the list has been updated here. So now I hope you already downloaded git bash, as it's mentioned on the email, even mentioned on the form too. So right now, for example, I am going to desktop and git. Sorry, I'm not copied, I think. Yeah, so from here you need to copy your GitHub URL, and once you copy, you just need to go to your git bash and paste it. Okay, sorry, I think, okay, yeah, you can see it's working. It's just copied my whole repository on my local system, and once it copied, I have to go to my VS Code. I am using VS Code. You can use any other ID. I am quite familiar with GitHub, so sorry, VS Code, so I'm using this. Sorry, it's saved on desktop. It was, yeah, it's open, right? So you can see our same files are here. All right, you can update it if you want. So now what? So now we'll see how you can create a this is all about a markdown thing, okay. So now we will create another, just a second. Yeah, now we will create another branch, and in that branch we will upload our files. Just a second, guys, I think it's not yet updated. Hmm. Just a second, guys, it's updating. Okay, I think it's ready. Yeah, you can see it's showing me a main branch here in the below. Not required. Okay, it is signing in. Just a second, I think it's not working. Okay. So from here we can create a branch. You can even create a branch with the manual code from Git Bash. But as we are today we are using VS Code, and this webinar is also been hosted for VS Code, and so we will only use VS Code, not a manual command. If you know manual command, it's better, but if you know VS Code, it's very easy for you. Okay, so let me start. So this is our main branch where the readme file readme.md is hosted, but now we will host the same on our another branch. Okay, so let me create another branch. Create a branch. So if I create a branch for docs, sorry, not docs, we can create a branch for blogs. Okay, is this ready? You can see the branch has been changed to blogs. Okay, so now the same files has been copied to your new branch, but what you will do, you can remove it or you can keep it, it's up to you. But what we will do here we will create a few directory and a file. Okay, for example, I am creating a file. Now we are entering to Jekyll. It's quite easy, you can understand, but if you use the basic commands, it's quite easy. But if you want to create another theme with Jekyll, you need to understand Ruby, you need to understand Rails, you need to learn SCSS and another few stuffs. Okay, but if you want to use simple commands, simple syntax, I am using simple syntax only. That is quite easy. Okay, so I just made a file name underscore config.yml. Okay, same, and I need to create another directory name posts. So if you make anything, you have to use underscore before it. Okay, so suppose if you in a website, if you want a theme, you can use theme. Let me share. There are few themes given by GitHub only. You can see it here also. Yeah. What happened? Why? Okay. So there are themes like, let me share here. From here you can choose a theme. Suppose there are multiple themes. Basically these themes used to host your project's documentation, and in the documentation you can give it a download button for a project. If you are if you have ever downloaded any project from GitHub, for example, if you use OBS, you have to use GitHub to download it. So from there you have seen like documentation like this. Okay, so open source projects, maximum projects were built on their documentation built on Jekyll. So let me show the themes. There are multiple themes. We will use this. Where is that? Yeah, minimum. Okay, there are multiple more themes. You can get those themes from here. I'm added all those in our resource section. Yeah. You can see there are multiple themes. So we will use minima. Okay, you can see the minima how it looks. Okay. Yeah, it's quite simple. It's just have a header file, it's a about page and a head page. Okay, these are pages and these are posts. Okay, so if you want, like, you can use these are a predefined theme, you can use directly. We will show how you can use, but I am building a theme from scratch. Like I am building a website from scratch, so I am not using any any command right now or copying any code. I'm just showing you. Like, you just need to put a theme's name minima as I put, And in post section, suppose if you want to build a page, okay, if you want to build a website and in that you want to build a page, so for that you just need to create about if suppose if I'm building a about page, so about.md, or even you can build HTML about.html. Okay, there's no problem. You in Jekyll you can also use HTML codes. Oh, sorry, I think it's pasted on. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, about.md. All right. And one more file you can create, that index.md if you want. Index.md. All right. So here you can write welcome everyone. So and in our today's workshop. Okay. So you can see this is our index.markdown. It means this will be our main page, and this will be our about section. Then here you can write your about thing. As you know, as you already know how you can use images and hypertext. This is a normal readme file. You can always check your readme file preview thing on VS Code also. Here you will find a tab. You can see. Okay, so if you suppose if you are adding images or hyperlinks, so you can check it's working or not. All right. So I'm closing this preview tab for now. Hi, this is Manish. Is hosted by Manish. All right. So I'm just adding few lines only. And in config.yaml, you can add title, for example. There are another syntax also, few other things which Jekyll uses. So you for those things you can like go to their website and their documentation, check their documentation. They're having a good documentation. You can read and go through it. It's quite simple. Just I'm typing this for now. MLSA workshop. Okay, it's quite simple. So for now yeah, okay, one more thing for post. If you want to add a post here, it's very simple. If you suppose if you want to add a post, you just need to make a directory underscore posts, and then you need to create a file on the same, and the file should be named by a date. Okay, for example 2021, and then the month, for example this is 2 and 15, and the file name and the name of the post. Okay, for example I am giving a name welcome.md. Okay, so yeah, here it is. So now you can post, you can just give it a title like this, or you can even left it and you can directly start writing, hi, this is a wonderful day. All right. So I'm just writing a one text to just to show you. I think we are ready. Just now what we need to do, you can see in the branch section here, yeah, VS Code automatically show you that you have to commit these changes. These are not added files. So I am just putting like what I should commit, like updated a blog site. Okay, right. So you just need to click on check, and it will automatically add our files. And once it added, you just need to push it. As this is a new branch, and on GitHub we have not created any branch. So just a second. as there are no branch, but right now there's a branch created which is blogs, which we have built right now. So we just need to go to blogs and see what they done. Like, yeah, you can see there are all the files we have built, we have created, that are here. So for now, what we have to do, if you want to host this site, right now you can see it's not built. Okay, it's showing the same file. Okay, but for now, but for that you have to do one thing, like you have to go below and GitHub pages section, and you have to select the branch you have built right now. I build the blogs now. Yeah, here you go. It's saved. Now it will automatically update. Just wait for a few seconds. For the time being, let me check if there's any question. I think no, there's no question. All right. Okay. So we are again in our master main branch, and let me check if it's built or not. Yeah, you can see there's a green tick. It means it built. All right. Let me refresh this page. Okay, here we are. You can see we already built the pages. So few things are there, multiple. So we can correct it. All right. So see, here is a blog post which we have did. If you remember, I hope you guys remember. Like we have created a blog post. This one. This post. Yeah, this post. This post has been published with the same date we have used this date. All right. So till here, if you have any doubt till here, you can ask me. I think it's quite easy, but still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or you are facing any error right now on doing the same, or anyone even doing this live, let me know.
Also, if you're not doing it live, there is no problem. You can later on follow on with the recording. And about the certificate, when you are asking in the group, let me clear. To get the certificate, you just need to follow the event, yeah, and also fill the form. And before filling the form, do the activity. If you can't follow now, you can later check on the recording and then do the activity and then can fill the form. Now, Anish, please continue.
Yeah, sure. So till here, I hope there's no doubt. So you can see the website has been built, and there's nothing. Yeah, we had also built a about page, right? Just a second. Okay, the about page has been. Just a second, guys. I think the about page, where it gone? Just a second. Let me check if it's updated properly. Okay, so I'm missing something on the config.yaml. So no problem. We'll fix it. Okay. So suppose these are the things which you can do. Like for the page thing, we are missing something. I think there's something like layout or okay, no problem. What we will do, one more thing I want to tell. This suppose if you are building a HTML website, you can like check it locally. Okay, but to check the Jekyll files locally, you have to you have to download dependencies. Okay, you have to install few things like Ruby. Let me show you what are the things. Just a second, sorry. Yeah, here are the prerequisites. You have to download a Ruby, but version is not this. I will show you which is the version, and a Ruby gems and GCC. Okay, you have to download these files, but the versions you have to check your versions here. Yeah, you have to download these versions. For example, if you are downloading Jekyll, you have to download 3.9.0 version and GitHub pages 2.1.1. These are dependencies. You can check the dependencies, and for Ruby you have to install 2.7.1. all right, and there are other dependencies also. If you want to, this is only for if you want to check your website locally during commit, because if you will not like download these dependencies for in your local PC, you can't check it. You need to commit multiple times to check your website. All right. So for that, let me make a website again. Not website. Let me create a branch again, and will show like I have already like downloaded these dependencies, because it will take a lot of time of yours, and also you are facing lots of problem when you are building these things. So for those things, you can like I have not kept it for live stream, so you can do it by your own. If you are facing any problem, you can always reach out to me, or you can message on group. I can help you. All right. So for that, there are few instructions to start your Jekyll theme, or to build your Jekyll website directly, and also you can browse it on your local server. Okay. So for that you just need to first install your prerequisites, which I had already done, and then you need to install a gem. All right. So for gem, I am already going to the directory. I am not touching the same branch. This will be for your reference when you are practice. You can always use this for reference. So I am using another branch. So another branch will be named as Jekyll. You're putting it Jekyll local, so you can understand this better. So you can see I have just created a Jekyll branch, and now what you will do, I am just deleting all the files. All right. I'm deleting all the files, and it's now an empty branch. And now what we will do, I'm just go to new terminal, and in new terminal, just a second, it's updating. Yeah, and in new terminal, I will paste the same code. You don't need to remember this syntax. I am again telling you, all the documentations are available. As you can see, when I am running this, it's automatically go to Ruby. Because I have already installed these prerequisites, you need to install it on your PC. Right now, you have not this like you have not installed, so you are not able to do this. Okay, but no problem. You can do it later. So it's quite easy. But if you stuck anywhere, you can always reach out to me. And I am again telling you, when you are installing these things, check the dependencies on GitHub pages. What? If it's not responding, yeah. So you have always need to check the dependencies on GitHub versions, GitHub pages dependencies, because the Jekyll have right now 4.2.1 version, I think, which I were using last time, but it was not supporting GitHub pages. All right. So you have to check the versions which is GitHub pages supporting right now. So Jekyll 3.9.0 is supported by GitHub pages right now. So you have to install this version only if you are using it on local. So you can see I am just run the bundler command. GitHub all like and Jekyll all installing their files on it. Okay. Then again Jekyll new, it will create a directory on your PC on your repository. So it will take a few minutes, but it will work. Okay. So you have to, when you are installing dependencies, it's common that you will face lots of error, but don't worry, every error has a solution on internet and in Stack Overflow. And if you still not find the error solution, you can always reach out to me. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, guys, if you have any question, you can ask. All right. Okay, so it will take a time, few minutes. Okay, no problem. Till then, we can see another things. Yeah, let me tell you another thing. Till then, it's uploading. Like, yeah, yeah, it's done almost. Okay, I will tell that later. So then our next line, Jekyll new my blog. It will create your my blog directory, and then once your directory once the directory created, it will automatically put all your dependencies on the directory. Okay, so basically what happened, it is already created few bundler files which is like started with dot, so these are not shown directly. You have to open your system and you have to open the hidden files, then you can only see the files what they made. Right now you can see all the files has been made. You can see the initial posting has been made, but there is a problem. Suppose let me all right, let me do one thing first. CD. Okay, just a second, it's already installing. Wait for it. Okay, so I think it will also take time. So till then I'm telling one thing which was left. So here we are. So for now you can see once we are hosting a website on GitHub pages, you are getting this URL. Okay, and for example, to host a website by your own domain name. For example, I'm showing my website, which is also created on Jekyll, but it and also I'm using it. I used a theme here. Suppose if I use I Mani sorry I Manish VRNWL dot GitHub dot io. So I am writing the URL of my username and .github.io. So you can see this same website is opening with a custom domain. You can see this domain name is not belong to GitHub, but this website is totally hosted on GitHub. Okay, and this is a theme. This is a very good theme which I used, and you can use this theme. You will below. I have also given its author's link. Okay, developers link, so you can go to the website. But my point is how you can use the custom domain. So for custom domain thing, you have to like go to settings tab. Just a second. First of all, you have to buy a GitHub custom domain name. Okay, once you buy a custom domain name, you can simply you can buy it from like you can buy from GoDaddy, or there are another offers are there, other companies are selling. But if you have student developer pack of GitHub, you will automatically get a domain name for free, not one, I think two. Okay, so you will get. So what you will need to do, you just need to add your custom domain here and you need to save it. Okay, once you save, you have to update a CNAME. Okay, uh, for uh, for custom domain there's a update. GitHub automatically provide you the A records. In GitHub pages. Okay, all right. Configuring custom domain. I already told this, and then you have to update your A record. Yeah, you have to go. Suppose if you purchased your domain from GoDaddy, you have to update this IP at your GoDaddy account, so that GoDaddy understand where they have to point their domain. All right. So it's quite easy. It's our next step when you are already hosted your website on GitHub.io. Once it's done, you will able to do this. Okay. So if you face any problem, you can or you can reach out to me, or even you can follow the documentation. It's quite easy, but still if you stuck somewhere. Okay, so I think it's built. All right, you can see. So I'm just going to my directory which it built, cd my blog. All right, we are in, and now to do that you have to just execute the command bundle execute Jekyll serve. Okay, so what it will do, it will give you a local server link from where you can check your website. All right, yeah, you can see there's a URL. I hope you can able to see this. and just you need to click on follow link. It will automatically open. It should open. Yeah, it's open. You can see the whole website is made automatically on my local server. You can see uh, the headline, title, about section, about page, and posts, which I already told you about post. You can see the post name and the date. It come as a URL. All right. So I will show now. Now let me tell. Now tell me one thing. Suppose if I push this code. All right. Suppose I am pushing this code, Jekyll local. You can see it's quite working fine on our PC. I'm not editing anything right now. We'll do it later and see how it works. And I'm just pushing all the commands. Initial commit, all the codes will be pushed on GitHub. All right. So here you can see there are 3 branches. One more branches has been created, which is Jekyll local, which we had built. So tell me one thing. Suppose right now it's not hosted. I have not pointed this. Suppose if I'm going to settings and pointing this branch to GitHub pages. Yeah. Now let's wait for building. Build. Okay, it's built. Okay, can anybody tell me why this error? Anyone? Why this error 404 is coming? We have done all the things and it's also working fine on our local thing. It's working fine in local server, local on my PC, but it's not working on when I'm pushing this. Anyone? Any idea? You can always write it on chat or you can unmute yourself. Why it's throwing 404 error? It should not, right? As I am already seeing that it's working fine on my local server, but why it's not working on my github.io? Anyone? Okay, cool. No one. So I already told you that if anything is on directory as our whole code in a directory, sorry, as our whole code in a directory called my blog, you can see whole code in a directory of my code. If it's in directory, the GitHub pages will not able to reach that directory. Okay, so to reach out to the directory, it has to be pointed to the directory. Okay, as it's showing root right now. Okay, sorry, not here. uh, not able to they directly not able to check directory. So what you have to do, you have to copy all the files. Sorry, what happened? Just a second, just hmm. Okay, what you have to do, like you have to copy all the files. Config.yml. I said, just a second, guys. Sorry. Automatically discover all the files. Copied all the files. Not required. Not required. You have to delete this directory. Alright. So now what you have to do, you have to copy all the thing. Okay. You can Control X and then simply copy it here. Okay. Oh, I have to do it from directory. Alright, just a second. Config.yml GitHub repository. Just a second. You don't need to do anything. You just need to copy Control X all the thing and paste it on the directory, main directory, means root directory, and delete this my blog folder. All right. Once you're done, again you could run the same code to check it's working fine on local theme or not. Sorry. Yeah, this one. You can check by you can check it's working fine or not. You can see it's working perfectly fine, and even you can edit it from here. On config.yml there are lots of comments like how you can do it, how you can update this. Here you can, if suppose if I put mlsa workshop, all right, and here is my, should be your email or anything, and also you can change your directory like description which will be shown. Suppose if I write thanks for being with me till here, all right, and you can also put it to the Twitter username. You just need to put your username, that's it. Rest thing will be done by the theme. You can update your base URL if you want, if you have something else here as URL. There are another plugins and files you can exclude or include, it's up to you. And you can see there is also a 404 HTML file. As you can see, it's not a markdown file, it's a HTML file. Okay, so you can use HTML, and here you can see there's a layout for a page. Okay, so this is what we are missing on the last time. So you have to create a triple hyphen, and then you have to type layout, the page, and then you can title and permalink. Okay, so this is what we have missed on the last branch, blogs branch. Okay, but here you can see and you can check. So this like the Jekyll is already prepare a whole setup for you, so you can do it. For the same for post also, you can put a layout for post, and there should be a title, there should be date and time if you want, and then you can also add categories, like if you are using have you gone through a blog, there are lots of categories and tags, you can use it. All right, so I'm just pushing it, and let's check if it's working right now or not. Sorry, let's check if it's working. I think it's simple. Let's check. Last time it's thrown us a 404 error. Okay, let's see if it's working right now or not. Let's wait to build. All right, I think it's built. All right, let's check. Yeah, here we are. You can see we have just updated MLSA workshop post 15/20/21. There's a post, you can also check it. Yes, and also there's a about page. You can go through that too. Here we are. And also automatically it's updated my Twitter username and GitHub username, you can see below. Okay, and also updated the description which we had put. Thanks for being here with me. All right, so we are done with this Jekyll thing. I tried to cover every part of Jekyll from scratch. Okay, if you have any doubt you can ask, else we are done with the showcasing, and you also know the markdown thing right now. Yeah, anyone? I think some noise has been. Yeah, Sagnik,
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Manish.
and right now I'm moving to.
Yes.
Yeah, right now I'm moving to activity thing. Sagnik will show you how it works. So
Yes.
let me tell you what is activity right now. So activity is nothing but manish.web.xyz MLSA GitHub workshop. So this is simply a shout out page where your name, username, and your feedback will be given, and you will do it by yourself. And it's quite simple. You just need to follow the steps. Follow the steps like you have to clone my repository, and once you clone, I am sharing the repository link. Sagnik will go show you the hands-on how to clone and then how to update the files. Okay, I am just putting it on the chat. You can just open it and clone it on your local and edit it. All right, you can also use the web UI, but I won't recommend you to use web UI. You can use your local system. So once you're done with this, you will able to raise a PR. Once you raise a PR, I will merge it on my repository, and once it merge, it will reflect on the website. All right. So
can you please share the URL on WhatsApp? Actually, I'm logging in as a guest.
On WhatsApp, just a second. Okay, I am stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, stop sharing your screen. I will share my screen. Yes, so thank you everyone. So now we'll show what the activity will be. So the activity will be your hands-on on how to control a .md file and fork and repository. I know, to be very honest, like to edit and code on an event and a whole full-fledged event is not as much interesting as any other event. But these things are the key part of uploading your website and the code part of the GitHub and VS Code. So we need to learn this carefully so we can host our website, not copy any template. That is easy. Copy a template and copy a template, open the folder, just edit the changes. But creating a website on your own and working on local machine and updating on website, not creating a website with website with Wix or anything. They have the template, anything, you can just go and edit, clicking the mouse and dragging the different parts. But the main part of creating website is learning how to edit your post, how to add another link, how to add a hyperlink, how to add a list. So these things were shown by Manish through the event. And what GitHub is, how GitHub works, I already told you. And in the next part we will show the activity. The activity will be, I'm sharing my screen. So everyone, so like just go, I'm going to the whole process. So just go to chat, copy the link Manish sent, copy link, and here click on this, and then there is an option fork. So what fork will do? Fork will clone the repository on your repository. Okay. So let me sign in with my original account. This one, this one. Yep. Now I'll paste the link and I'll fork it. Okay. I'll fork to my profile. And so now you can see Shagnik Mitra / MLSA GitHub Pages workshop, and it is forked from I Manish Barnwal MLSA GitHub Pages workshop. Whenever you will fork, you will see this. Okay. And now in the about portion, after doing the activity in the about portion, you can see your shout out. So what you need to do, you just need to copy the link. Just copy the link. If you have Git, then you will be doing this. Okay. And if you don't have Git, I will show you what you can do. So open Git bash. I guess you are familiar with Git. If you are not familiar with Git, then I will show you how to do the activity with GUI. So now what I will do, I will go to my desktop. Okay, I am in desktop, and I will create a folder called GH Pages Event. Okay, so mkdir means make directory. So in this directory, I will git init. Okay. So now git clone. Now you need to, after doing this, just go to Shagnik Mitra / MLSA GitHub Pages workshop, and shift insert is the keyboard shortcut. One sec. Just paste it. Okay, and click enter. So cloning into MLSA GitHub Pages workshop. And okay, so now it is done. Now the cloning part is done. Now just simply go to your desktop. You will see the folder here, MLSA GitHub Pages workshop. Okay, you can see the folder. So you just need to right click on it and open with VS Code. And if you don't have VS Code, if you have any other ID, you can open with that. Yes, so it is loading. Just 2 minutes. Yeah. So while it is loading, let me tell you. So what we will be doing here, we will be going to 2 files. Okay, includes, it will be a folder, and in the includes folder we'll have a file. That file is created by Manish, and we'll create our own file. Okay, so includes imanishbarnwal.md. So these are called pipes, you know already. Okay, so you need to write everything in pipe. So simply copy this, and remember one thing, if you want to create a file under the folder, just create any file on that folder and create this plus. Okay, I am creating a plus, and write your username.md. Okay, my username is Shagnik Mitra .md. Right, MD means markdown, and I copied Manish template and I'm writing my own Shagnik Mitra. Write your GitHub username, and here is the link. And now this is my feedback. You can write your feedback here, how you felt. Okay, now after doing this, just simply go to index.markdown and copy this, include imanishbarnwal.md, and now simply include your username.md. There will be a list. So if you see 7 names are there, you will be the 8th name. Okay, shagningmitra.md. So okay, so I'm done with it. So what I will do, I will stage the changes. Okay, the stage changes are there. So now after doing it, I will commit the changes. Okay, I will commit the changes. I will write a message. This is a commit from Shagnik Mitra. Okay.
Yes,
I've
you can
committed.
write a name, so I will merge it by knowing your name. All right.
Yes. And so you will see that changes 0 means all the changes are done. So now simply push it, right? So how we can push? So we can click this and it will directly push to the website. Okay. So okay, I guess everyone followed till this. Okay. So now you can see okay. Let us wait. Yes. So this branch is one commit ahead of I Manish Banwal master. So what this means? Manish has the OG, the original repository has in Manish GitHub, and I am forking it. I am cloning it in my local machine and pushing to my GitHub, not Manish's GitHub, my GitHub. And so I have to pull request. So what is pull request? Pull request is a request will be sent to Manish that okay, the name the person user's name is Shagnik Mitra. He has committed these changes. So if you can please include it. So you can simply create a pull request. Okay. So this is the pull request. So just create a pull request. Create a pull request and leave a comment like, hi, this PR means pull request. PR is from Shagnik Mitra, and create a pull request. Manish, PR accepted.
Yeah, yes.
Yes. So Manish will automatically accept all the PRs that comes there, and then simply go to the repo. Manish, just tell me when you are done with accepting the repo.
Yeah, I'm just accepting that sign.
Yes. Just accept and update the repo. I will show them how the website will look like.
Yeah, it's merged.
Yes, it's merged.
It will take a few seconds to
It
build.
will take a few seconds. What I already told you in the chat that it is going on real time, so it will take a few seconds. So till then, if you have any doubt till here, you can ask us. Okay. So if you have any doubt, please write in the chat. Yes. So Manish, can you tell me if it is updated or not?
Not yet. I will tell you once it updated.
Okay. Just tell me when it is updated.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Not showing in my case. So just share your screen and so.
It's built, but I think it's not reflecting right now on website.
Okay.
Just it will.
Okay.
As it's a custom domain, so it will take few seconds more than the subdomain because
Manish, screen share your screen and show them. I've given you the control.
Just a second. Yeah, it's updated. Let me see. All right. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes. So you can see this is updated. Yes.
Here is Shagnik Mitra and the GitHub profile, and this is the feedback. All right. So you can do it right now. If you're stuck anywhere, we are here only. We have half an hour more.
Yes.
So we are here only. So you can do.
So I will. I will again share my screen. Yes, I will again share the screen. I will show how you can done with the GUI. If you don't have Git, so Manish, please stop the screen share. Share the screen again. Okay. So now if you are watching the recording, guys who are watching the recording, in the previous portion I showed how you can do it with Git and VS Code. Yeah, and if you don't want to follow all this, you need to follow all this because this is how things are done. But if you don't need to follow, so you can simply do this. You can sign in with your account. So let me sign in with this. Okay, so I'm signing with the account. One sec. Yes. One sec, guys. Yeah. So I'm going to my account. So now simply again what you did in the previous portion, just simply copy link and now paste it here. Okay, so now I am using this with this Chronicles of Conundrum. This is another of my account. So now just fork it. Okay, you can simply fork it. Yes, and now okay, so now I have forked it. Okay, now what we can do, so what are those two files we changed? One is in includes. Okay, so in include you can create a new file, and what I will name it Chronicles of Conundrum. So this is the username, nothing much. So Chronicles of Conundrum.md, right? And now what I will write here. Okay, so for that, so if you don't have copied it already, so you can just write test. Okay, you can simply write test and commit, and then just go to imanishbanwal.md and simply go to edit and copy this whole thing, and then go to MLS GitHub Pages Workshop, and in the includes you will see that you can add file, create a new file. Let me put coc.md and paste it. So let me write coc and I will add my name. I will update my GitHub profile link and I will leave the message as it is, right? So now I will commit from coc. So I can commit the new file. Okay, so it is committed. So but we need to do one thing again. So index.markdown, go to index.markdown, edit it. Okay, and just simply copy any one of the previous, just don't change it. If you don't change, the PR will not be merged. Just 1 second, guys. Include Chronicles of, I guess coc.md was the file name. Yeah, so I can commit the changes and the changes will be simply committed. And after doing this, there are 3 commit aheads of Manish Banwal master. The pull request portion, you can create the pull request and just simply add a title and leave a comment and create a pull request, and the PR will be merged. And like Manish told previously that he will accept the pull request, and in the website link you can see what changes were made there. Okay, so this is the whole portion. Please do this activity, and after doing this activity, after doing this activity, we will check the website how the activities are done, and in the sequential order we will send you the certificates. Okay, so that's from our side from today's event. And if anyone has any doubt till now, You can tell me, or you can contact us through WhatsApp, or you can contact us through our mails. Okay, so Manish, anything from your side?
Yeah, also we are sharing the slides. So here are all the resources which we are using right now. And if you have any questions, you can ask us. And one more thing, we are sharing the attendance form. So fill that attendance form. If you are not, you have not yet done the activity, you can do it later through watching the recordings. We will share the recording
Yes.
on the group right now.
And after doing the activity, then fill the attendance form. And if you don't have the attendance, we will also share the attendance form in your mail and WhatsApp also. So if you didn't join the WhatsApp group, so I'm sharing the link to join the WhatsApp group. If you have joined through email and don't know what WhatsApp groups we are talking about.
Basically, the form will open for today only. So you have to complete the task and submit the form today only. And once you are done, we will issue the certificate in 2 to 3 days. All right.
Yeah, so Manish, there is a slight change. So someone messaged me that her sister is in hospital. So I told that we will extend the from 1 day till 1 day. And if anyone,
no
okay.
problem.
Okay.
All right.
So guys, the form will be opened till tomorrow 23:59:59, just before 12 a.m. So fill the form by now, by then. Okay.
All right. I'm sharing the attendance form here also. If you want to keep it with yourself, you can.
Yeah, and it will be later sent in mail too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is the group link. You can also join for the communication.
bit.ly/ml WhatsApp. You can join the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they will. I think you guys got to know how to create the website. If you face any problem, this even is a bit long. If you face any problem in the future, you can always contact us via our any social media handles. So I'm just sharing both of our social medias. You don't need to follow us there. You can contact if you have any problem. Manish, just share the Linktree account, LinkedIn.
Okay, let me share just a second.
So here you can see all the social media handles and websites and everything we have. So just click on the link and contact us. Okay. So I guess Manish, that's it. We'll be wrapping up.
Yeah, we are wrapping.
Yes.
That's it. Done.
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, thank you for everyone who joined. Thank you for everyone who joined, who shared their precious time. Also, if you have any problem, Manish, just stop the recording now.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you have any problem,